As we approach the end of 2022, a lot of recent speculations have begun to mold our expectations for the Galaxy S23 Ultra. The unique Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processing capability, the record-breaking 2200 nits panel, and other outlandish specifications, such as the 200 megapixel main camera resolution. So far, this is everything we know about the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Design. It appears that Samsung won't be making any significant design changes on their next flagship, instead maintaining the appearance we had on the Galaxy S22 Ultra, of course with a few minor changes. According to Ice Universe, the smartphone is measured at 6.43 by 3.07 by 0.35 inches, which is a small increase over the Galaxy S22 Ultra's 6.42 by 3.06 by 0.35 inches. That's despite rumors of a new camera on the way, which could result in a larger camera module and, as a result, a thicker overall phone. We'll go into detail about the camera features very soon, so stay tuned. Samsung may be increasing the bezel thickness of the Galaxy S23 Ultra. According to the renders we've seen thus far, the phone looks almost identical to the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Based on the renders, the Galaxy S23 Ultra features a black color, but there have been rumors of other color options. At first glance, the camera module and the complete phone frame are identical to the S22 Ultra from front to back. A closer look, however, reveals that the right and left edges are slightly more square than before. The sides are also slightly flatter and not rounded like the S22 Ultras. The Galaxy S23 Ultra also appears to have a SIM card slot included in the design. Display. It shouldn't come as a huge surprise that the S23 model's displays are allegedly the same size as their predecessors, given that their sizes are expected to be almost identical. The resolutions appear to be the same, too. 2340 by 1080 for the S23 and S23 Plus, and a more detailed 3088 by 1440 display in the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Yogesh Brar, the leaker, has said that the S23's base model will feature an AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate. However, the Galaxy S23 Ultra will supposedly have a new display according to Ice Universe, although it would be difficult to improve upon the S22 Ultra's 6.8-inch QHD AMOLED panel and its completely customizable 120Hz refresh rate. Perhaps Samsung has a brighter or more efficient display ready to swap in as a nice update. Some have even speculated that when the Galaxy S23 Ultra is released, its screen would be the brightest of any smartphone on the market. The screen is predicted to have a minimum peak brightness of 2100 nits, surpassing the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Also, we're expecting a massive upgrade on Samsung's existing in-display fingerprint readers, but we'll go into detail on that later, so make sure you don't miss it. Camera. Since the overall layout hasn't changed much, we can assume that the Galaxy S23 Ultra will also sport 4 cameras on its back, with one key exception: an insane 200 megapixel camera with a resolution even higher than the current end's 108 megapixels. Samsung will enable users to take photos at 200 megapixels, 50 megapixels, or at 12.5 megapixels, while allowing the option to adjust the amount of detail or the amount of brightness and color in their images. Ice Universe has also said that the Galaxy S23 Ultra's 200 megapixel primary camera will perform extremely well in low light, even asserting that the Galaxy S23 Ultra's 200 megapixel camera will represent a major technological advance in smartphone photography. Unlike the main cameras, it seems unlikely that Samsung will alter the telephoto cameras, 10 megapixel sensors, and 3x and 10x optical magnification according to the rumors. Also, we'll probably get the same 40 megapixel front-facing camera integrated into the display's top center bezel. However, there have been whispers of a 50 megapixel selfie camera, but confirmation will have to wait. Subscribe to our channel and keep up with all updates we'll bring regarding Samsung and other tech devices. Fingerprint Sensor. Now, there's been some conjecture as to what lies beyond the Galaxy S23 Ultra screens as well. An improved fingerprint reader could be coming to the entire S23 series, as suggested by Twitter leaker RGCloudS. Specifically, the latest Qualcomm 3D Sonic Max fingerprint scanner, whose footprint is 17 times larger than Samsung's existing in-display fingerprint readers. This means that unlocking the Galaxy S23 Ultra won't require as much precision, so it will be easier and faster to unlock than most smartphones on the market. Furthermore, it can enable additional security features that permit simultaneous fingerprint scanning. Performance. Samsung typically equips their handsets in the Galaxy range with latest and cutting-edge components, so we can expect the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 to be on Galaxy S23 Ultra. Aside from the CPU, it is possible that the RAM will be Samsung's latest LPDDR5X RAM, which is capable of transfer speeds of up to 8.5 GB per second, and hence the fastest available on mobile. Reports suggest that Samsung will offer the same 8 GB of RAM as standard in the Galaxy S23 series, just as it did with the previous model. However, we hope Samsung adds a 12 GB RAM option on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. There's been leaked Geekbench findings that seems to prove that Galaxy S23, S23 Plus, and S23 Ultra all use that processor, and all three have 8 GB of RAM. The benchmark results itself look promising, but it is still too early to measure performance using pre-production hardware. Additional information will be available once the first phones powered by the chip become available. Notably, the primary core clock speed in these tests is 3.36 GHz, which is higher than the advertised 3.2 GHz speed of the chip. Leaks from sources like Ice Universe suggest that the S23 range may have a performance advantage over rivals, because Samsung may have access to a proprietary, speedier variant of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. They posted a screenshot together with a tweet saying, "The European version of the Samsung Galaxy S23 series is confirmed to use the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and it is a high-frequency version exclusive to Samsung. Please enjoy it." Do you think Samsung's version of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 will potentially be the best on the market? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. From the rumors we've seen so far, along with the pattern already established by Samsung, we expect to see the Galaxy S23 Ultra along with other Galaxy S23 models in February 2023, probably after the S22 Ultra FE. With features like the 200-megapixel main camera, it is going to be industry-changing without a doubt. If you want to know more details about the Galaxy S23 Ultra's camera, you should watch our next video. It will blow your mind.